In this tutorial, we'll look on a basic retouching workflow process for the model. So let's go right here. We have our model, and a couple of things that is come when you look on this. We can see right here we have elements. So let me go ahead, create layer. We'll go select just some orange color so we can preview some elements, and you can see right here what I was saying. So we have right here some elements. I can see right here just coloring something off. Okay, also some shadowing need fixed a little bit right in the mouth right here. Okay, we have some touches on the face, right, these lines maybe need to fix it. Okay, and the first what I do when I look on the model is what I'm analyzing. What kind of can I touch right here? The line maybe need to go straight a little bit better. Okay, I don't think we need to touch face too much. We'll just keep it in. On the eyes, we have right here some red removal. Also, maybe just a little bit touch up on the skin in some small areas. So overall, what you look first, you're analyzing, as well as right here we have a little bit this red. A little bit on the skin of the color, so we need to remove those. Pop up eyes a little bit bigger. Oops. Okay, I want to drag actually right here on the nose, some small effect. So overall, you look on the image and kind of compare. So we also have all this hair kind of poking out areas, so we'll need to fix this. Just create overall points. In some cases, you can create this layer and just leave it so you can come back afterwards and just to remind yourself what you need to do. But for the tutorials, I just want to say, okay, this very fast when I look, I say, okay, I need to modify those areas, at least those areas. I need kind of adjust them to look a little bit better. Of course, you can come closer, and when you see, you can probably just touch some more details which need to be very touch, you know, just kind of small adjustments. Okay, so you can go over more and more details, but again, this is point of the retouching. First you look on the image, you find what you think it's need to be done, and afterwards you just going and we'll start work towards this. So okay, let's go ahead. We'll remove this our layer, and first step what I want to do before when I change the shape of the model, I want have a frequency separation so I can remove many of these blemishes off. In many cases people used to use the healing brush, so and it's work very well. So you create your new layer, and you know you can kind of going and you fix it some. But what I noticed, look right here, we start losing some of the texture, and it's because how the brush works. So if it's work good in some this area because it's sampling around, but when you come closer to some areas, it may pick up of that wrong. It's like right here, see how it start doing bad right there in these areas. So and this reasons why I like to use the frequency separation, because I can manually control where I take texture and where I take colors from. So in this case, I can better retouching. So let's do this one. First, we'll just create two layers, and let's go call low, and we'll call this high. And I have special tutorials that explain how frequency separation work, so you can watch those ones if you're interested in details. But again, for this one, we'll just go create low and high. Our low frequency separation, I want to actually use it filter blur, but I want to use it the surface blur because I want to detect the edges. And normally what I'm going to do is look on how much I need to apply to remove some of those texture details. So I think maybe about for this model 25, and level need to be just slightly below. Okay, I'm looking some details right here. So I think this is look about right. Normally what I do, like this part, if it's big enough, this will be good to chop, but I don't want it. I want to preserve skin textures. What I do, look on this, see how the skin textures look. Okay, same like right in this moment, you can see some reddish come up. So this is, I think this is about right. 25. We can actually even go to maybe 28, and on this point we need to go to about 21. Just add a little bit more. Okay, Let's go ahead, click OK. This will be our lower level. Next, we want to restore some of the skin texture on this high level. So we go to Image, we go to Apply Image option. We'll go to select Low. It's against lower, which we're going. We'll go to select Mode, Subtract, and we'll go to 128. This is kind of 8-bit, and 16-bit we will go use it add mode, invert, and 2-in-1. Easy to remember this. If you have it higher bit, you need to have it higher. If you have it lower bit, 8-bit, you want to go subtract, go to lower. So kind of help this. Okay, let's go ahead, click OK. And you can see at this point we have a nice texture. It's where we're going to work. So at this point, let's go disable our high ones. We have it low. We'll create a new layer. Let's go call this adjustment. And we'll kind of link to our lower level. As well, for this one, I want to use the brush and I want to use the mix brush tool. It's combined between liquify and a brush, so it's kind of give it nice effect. Again, I'm using the mouse for purpose of this tutorial. If you use the Wacom pen, it's much easier. With the mouse, what I want to do is a wetness 14, 25, 23, 25, and be sure sampling all layers is enabled. So at this point, I'm just looking like, see right here, we have a dark spot. So let's go minimize, hold down Alt key, sampling color. Okay, right here, and we can kind of start painting. Okay. You can apply it. So we'll liquify this one. Remove some dot right here. Okay, I can see darker spots, so we'll smooth this one as well. You can see right here we're kind of modifying. Okay, so we'll go over some areas, and it's why we need some come closer, and you want some sampling close enough, so we kind of almost applied. Okay, let's go give it a bigger effect. There you go. Okay, remove this one, and you remember we have this orange kind of effect where we gone through, and it's overall it's what I want to do. I'm just, as well, we can zoom out and you can see this kind of almost like gradient going this area. So we'll go take color, and we kind of start to smooth out slightly. Okay, right there. Just create this nice smooth surface. Okay. Yeah, let's go zoom closer. Again, you can use the bracket key for take down or up. And I still look mostly on the color inconsistent color, so we have a smoother effect. And right here you can see we kind of modify these colors. Just slightly adjustments. Okay, let's go right here. Same. Just make this nicer look. Okay, we have a little bit coloring, and we can adjust this color later because this will be tonal adjustment to remove some of the yellowish color. Okay, let's go smaller. Okay, and we'll kind of just paint over this area. retouching just slightly. Okay, so the idea of this, will go and we remove. Okay, right here you can see we have it line. We will restore some of the skin, but I want also smooth slightly. Don't worry about texture too much, we will restore it. Okay, some of the texture, I just want to apply some of this. Is also work very well if you have too high highlights. You can actually take this and reduce some of those highlights a little bit off, take them out. Okay, all right, here, let's smooth slightly out. Okay. Okay, a bigger brush will have its effect. Again, just use it your brackets and adjust so we're kind of matching properly. Okay, right here. Okay, I think we're actually doing very good right in this area. Restore shadows. Okay, let's look closer on the fingers. And you remember right here was kind of problems. So we'll just go smooth this out, some of this effect. Okay, let's remove some wrinkles. And problem is sometimes people pay attention to big details and forgetting about like fingers or other. Okay. There we'll go over a little bit, remove on the knuckles, same color. Okay, let's move here. Okay, we can go a little bit more around some other areas as well. Okay, but overall you can see we almost done with these details. Okay, so let's go ahead and work again before and after, you can see. And next, let's go ahead and retouch some with a higher frequency. However, I need to retouch a little bit eyes before we do this. Just notice that. So we'll go back. Just remove some redness from this one. Okay, right here. Okay, so we just remove and also I can see octabox kind of popping up in the eyes. We can leave it's there, or we can also just take and just slightly take it down edges so it won't be that obvious, you know, kind of popping up in our eyes. So we can just dim down just slightly. Okay, same right here. Look on this bright spot. So we can kind of take this one slightly down. Again, we don't need to remove all the way. All what we need to do, just make it not that bright. Okay, there you go. So we still have this light, but it's not overwhelmed. Okay, right here's colors, so let's go ahead, select this one, and we'll just casting, kind of like coloring over slightly. Okay, I think lips look good. Okay, right here, one small touch up. And you can do over and over this, you know, you can have it spend hours and hours literally in this. Okay, so let's continue another tutorial, work on a high frequency.